Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So today I'm here with some thoughts and feelings on episode 2 of the new season of The 100. And before you go any further, warning, there will be spoilers. There will be tons of spoilers. So if you plan on watching the episode later, maybe don't watch this video first. And if you don't care about spoilers, then feel free to continue watching. Anyway, in the last episode, we saw what was going on with Clark on the ground and the new Nightblood she had found. We saw exactly what happened after Prime Fire, and then we went to the Ark and saw my favorite babes surviving. Then there were the new villains, people coming from some kind of space jail or whatever. And the episode concluding on a weird, confusing image of Octavia in the bunker. In this episode, we see everything that happened in the bunker around 46 days after Prime Fire and all the shit that happened at this point, and then we go back to the present 6 years later thing. Basically, Octavia wanted to unite all the clans and the Sky People together, calling them one crew, and her motto became "You are one crew or you are the enemy of one crew," and she killed tons of people. And that's not all that I wanted to talk about. There were some interesting new additions, like new things, like I am so delighted to see that Nate Miller and Jackson are dating. I had somehow been suspecting it, because of the way both actors were acting on the social media, and I'm so glad to see that they are now dating. There were some very moving moments between the two of them, and I'm so filled with emotions. I'm so glad to see that. There was also some emotional moments between Kane and Abby, which is also something that fills my heart with joy. Then there was the interesting twist of Thelonious Jaha dying. Honestly, I've been waiting for this to happen since the beginning of the series, and now that it has happened, I'm actually disappointed because, I don't know, I mean, his character did have potential. I didn't like him, but he did have potential, and I feel like the way he died just didn't match all that potential. But it's gonna be an interesting thing to see the 100 going on without him. And it also seems that his character couldn't have ended any other way because his wife was dead, his son was dead, and he talked a lot about joining them in death. So that was interesting. Then we have Octavia becoming the leader of one crew with the support of Indra and Indra's daughter Gaia. That's interesting. I'm really glad to see Octavia in charge. I'm kind of somehow waiting for her to get a girlfriend. I know that's not the point of the show, but it's really great to see her as a leader anyway. However, the bunker... so we find out during this episode that the bunker cannot actually be escaped. This is something we saw or could have guessed from the previous episode, because when Clark wants to reach the bunker, she sees that she cannot access the door because it's covered with stones and sand and whatnot. And we see this from the perspective of the inside. Basically, when Clark tried to get in, she made noise and Abby and Kane heard it. And Abby was like, "Oh, this is Clark, I have to let her in." And they went to the door, like hatch thing, and they couldn't open it. So they knew from then on that they were locked inside. And they were like, "We have 5 years to survive. And then it probably won't be possible for us to survive." Though we know that it was possible since the time jump is 6 years later. But the situation is probably really tense in there. I'm wondering what happened between both of those times. Now we know for sure that people are stuck in the bunker, that the people on the Ark were also stuck on the Ark, but may now be able, with the help of another vessel, to reach the ground. Anyway, Clark is surrounded on the ground, alone with Maddie, surrounded with random people escaping from jail, prison in the sky thingy. One crew is stuck under the ground. and Octavia is in charge and has kind of turned this whole bunker thing into a Roman Empire thing. Like, if you're against us, you're gonna become some kind of gladiator person and fight for your survival. At least that's what I got from this episode. It's kind of confusing, but I'm super curious. I'm so glad to see Octavia in charge. There were also some new characters, but I don't know enough about them. I'm kind of curious about what will happen with Gaia, because it seems she's not always in agreement with Octavia. And I'm curious as to how and when and if they will finally manage to get out of the bunker and reach the ground. Though when they get out, it will be an unfortunate surprise if they get out to meet all these new people, enemy that have arrived. Anyway, I think I liked this episode much better than the previous one, and it had so many moments that filled me with joy. So I'm really glad that I finally got to watch it, and I can't wait for the next episode next week. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Maybe give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. And I guess I'll see you around. Bye!